Well, you saw Red Circle this morning, so I would like you to share first your name, where you're from, what do you do?
Yes, my name is Siv. I'm from Iceland, like Sigrun, but I'm not her sister.
No?
But I live in Italy and I teach writing online, so I have online writing courses.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I live in Italy as well, but I'm from Israel. I teach Italian with my holistic methodology.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I live in Switzerland, Zurich for 1.5 years. I'm originally from Germany. And I'm a balance mentor for ambitious women to find balance in their life for body, mind, and soul.
We have spoken.
Hello, my name is Jessica. I'm from Germany and I teach creative how to make your own soap and how to start a soap making business out of it. Hello, I'm Agnieszka from Poland. I'm an architect, design zero energy buildings, and I help architects how to design zero energy building to feel prime and satisfaction for their work.
Hello, I'm Annette from Germany and I teach creative minds how to draw and paint everything they want to do and create the art that they love.
Thank you. Steve, back to you. You have an interesting story to tell, how you started online business and how it came that you're doing something completely different today.
Yes. So I am a veterinarian by training, so I don't have any degrees in writing, which is terrible for me because I just want more degrees. But I have only 3, but they're all in science. So I wanted to move to Italy for many, many years, and I decided to just go for it. Bought a campervan, drove around Europe, and then ended up in Italy. And on the way, I thought, I have to make some money because it's expensive, the gas for the campervan. So I decided to start an online business. So I started looking online, and when I was in the campervan, I went to Portugal on a business retreat with another coach, and I met a lovely lady from the Netherlands, and she's here in this room. Her name is Petra. And Petra told me, there you are. There's this lady from Iceland who lives in Switzerland, and she gives business advice. You should follow her. So I went on Facebook and found Sigrun and liked her page. And then I think the year after, I joined one of the masterminds that she was running there. So in 2016, and was in Zamba, did the kickstart, and I was teaching dog training online. So I have a book, self-published, about dog, puppy training. And I did online courses about dogs and dog training. And it was good. Yeah, I was doing the stuff that Sigrun told me to do. And then maybe 2 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly 2 years ago, today, probably. Sigrun confronted me on a call in Momentum and said, Sif, why are you not in Red Circle like Hildur?
I don't remember saying this.
No, maybe she didn't say exactly those words.
Not exactly those words.
But she said, I think that you have so much potential and you should be going much faster.
I remember what I said.
Okay.
So you've been my client for so many years. If you really wanted to do dog training and you would have implemented everything, you would be more successful.
Yes. And
maybe not the nicest thing to say.
Yes, but it was a good wake-up
call.
Tough love, Sigrun. And then I went home and cried a little bit. No, I didn't really cry. I like to make Sigrun think that.
Yeah.
So I went, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have 3 degrees, they're all in science, and I'm a veterinarian. I always wanted to be a veterinarian. I can't do anything else. And I was lost. I talked to, then I also talked to some of the coaches in Momentum and some friends. Decided to take the whole month of December off and not do anything in the business and just think about what I want to do with my life. And I did meditation and journaling and walking my dog for 3 hours. And then one day I was in my office, at the desk, journaling. And then I looked up and there was a bookshelf next to my desk and it was full of books about writing. Writing, publishing. And then I thought, oh, actually, I went to this writer's retreat in May this year. And I didn't even think that this could be for me to do because I didn't feel qualified.
You had not studied.
I don't have any degrees in writing. So I didn't think I could do it, but it was a passion of mine. In the background, I had written and self-published a book, and it was really a joy for me to do, and I had ideas for other books, but I hadn't done that. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna try it, extend my break for 3 more months and do Kickstart. So I did Kickstart last year in 2023. I did a short story course because I'd actually been to another short story course with a teacher who was really boring, and I thought, oh, I could do this better myself. So I did, and my students were really happy, and I sold 8 spots on my next program. And I've been just launching again. And actually, yesterday when I brought the book from last time from here, and there was a card that I'd written here, in April, at Sigrun Life. And I wrote, I have 3 programs, 5 weeks, 3 months, and 12 months. And I launched the 12-month program in July this year. And it was my first 25K launch. So yeah, I'm at maybe 50K so far. So this year.
Amazing.
You know what's the next
for a
goal.
brand new business that you have no degree in.
I have no degrees. It's terrible. But I'm working on my degree because I signed up at the University of.
Of course you did.
I had I turned in my first paper in literature. Last week.
Over to you, Tanya. Your online business journey. How did that come about?
Right. So I actually came into the Somba Sigrun world in 2020. That year, as you might remember, something happened in the world, and we thought, yeah, it will last 2 weeks. It will be okay. 2 weeks, we'll sit at home. Before we knew it was going to be 2 years. And I said, okay, I have 2 weeks. I was already a freelancer. I've always dreamt of creating this online course. Let's see how that works. I actually created a course. I launched the course. I got out a very simple freebie, like something that I created overnight. It worked nicely. I had 500 leads from that freebie when organic Facebook leads were, like this. And I ran the course. And I realized that I had blind spots, a lot of them, when it came to selling, not to the didactic part, but selling, upselling. I didn't feel that I was allowed to do that. And I've been following Sigrun by then for, I think, a couple of years. And I said, okay, this is the time that we're going to do that. And I went into the Kickstart of summer 2020. I've redone the same course I just ran. And at the end of it, as you're doing Kickstart, I did an upsell, and that went surprisingly well. When conversion rates could be astronomical, so that gives you a boost. And long story short, I spent next couple of years creating the curriculum of my courses, so my students can go as long as they need until they reach fluency in Italian. I also developed and really structured my methodology that is going to become, actually now that it's structured, it's going to be summarized in a book that is going to be published in hopefully this year.
Yay!
And actually, partially, an inspiration for that book is half Sif and half Sigrun. So that journey of just horizontal curriculum of course after course, you finish one course, you go into another. At some point I said, yeah, but I can't just keep selling this stuff to people, same people, selling them something over and over again. It's tiring for me and it's tiring for them to have to, use their credit cards every couple of months. So let's see how that can be changed, how to make it comfortable for them and possibly for myself, which is not the last thing to, take care of. And I took all of my curriculum. I worked for a year and a half. I was thinking how that can become a membership, because my goal was to create an everlasting charge that they don't need to participate in until they want to cancel it. So that happened last December. It's been running for a year now. Now we know that it works. We have tweaked it a little bit. So now it's like a proper membership. We just launched it properly as a membership for the first time, not to existing students, but to new students. I went actually in December when I launched the membership to existing students, I also decided that it was time to go into momentum, because until that I was kind of in Somba, I think it was already called Somba.
Yeah.
So I basically spent the last year in momentum, and all of these changes in my business actually happened in this last year, between the consolidating of the membership, the refining the launch system, writing the book, and targeting my audience and learning about my audience better and better. And yes, here we are a year after.
Great.
Yeah, wow. Great to hear these stories. And I stepped into your world in 2022 due to, I'm an entrepreneur for 5 or 6 years now. I have been university and business consultant. I got my kids and I wanted to have more time and free time. So I followed my passion and opened a yoga studio. It was in Germany. It was wonderful. It was full in week 2 and everything was going greatly. But then for life balance, my husband he's a physician and he just worked all the time, weekends, nights, and I was all alone with the kids. We don't have grandparents. So I said, I need to find a job, something where I have free time and time for my kids. So I opened that studio, and he had the idea that we should go to another country where work-life balance is better. So we moved to Denmark 1.5 years after I opened my studio. So that was really hard for me because it was my 3rd baby, and I was just away and I didn't know how to go on. And then was COVID. And I brought my studio online, but I didn't know 2020 Sigrun. I just offered yoga classes online. And then I entered Jana Schaffenberg's world with Ayurveda lifestyle coach. And she was telling about her mentor. And I was okay, I want to know how she did it. And so I read Sigrun's name. And I read it again with Judith Peters, because she was talking about you. And I said, okay, I want to have a look about this lady, because she helped all the big women in that online business. And so I entered the Kickstart. I did my first 4-week course. It was on change and it was in English since I lived in Denmark. But I self-sabotaged. We heard about it from Natasha yesterday myself, and I stopped the upsell. I had one upsell on day 1, but I stopped since I didn't believe in me. And then I was a little bit out of the world, but I knew I wanted to come back. And then I entered Sigrun's world again. And didn't feel myself like being a momentum, but since I have my offline, online, other business, I applied and I came back with a Kickstart again. I did another one, had 8 upsells, that was all great, and I just realized, okay, it can work. But what was the key factor that changed everything? That was Sigrun Live last year. It was my first time after the COVID, and I have been here 2 days. I was so impressed about the energy, about the stories of the ladies of Red Circle. That was so inspiring, of the other momentum stories. And I was just, okay, one day I want to sit here. And and I remember the first day I was with Claudia Nistel in the mini mastermind, and she told me, I wanted to say, I want to prove myself that I can do online business. And she said, and the others, sell 10K until the end of the year. And I had the card, I looked at it several times. I did that, that was my first step. And on that Sigrun Live, there happened something. It was, Sigrun asked some people to get up. I would just tell that again. And I felt something inside of me. I have to get up, I want to say something, but I didn't know what. And it was the 11th November, and then I just saw the date, and I realized that 1 year ago, and I cry again, we moved to Switzerland, and my husband had the contract. He's the chief physician here, so he made a wonderful career. I'm supporting him since 15 years, and I just said, and I'm supporting my children as all of you, but I just said, now it's my time. I have the potential, and I can do the same, and now it's my time. I'm sorry that I was crying. And I stood up and said it into the room, because I knew it makes something if you say it out loud. And since I did do that, I really prioritized my business, myself, where I want to be, where I want to go, and did do everything this year to build my programs, to build my client journey, to earn the money, and it all worked out. So I have my 4-week program, my 10-week program, my 1-year program. I have people doing everything. I get the earnings, and I sit here. So thank you for that. And the most important thing is the thing. You have to believe in yourself. If I can do it, everything what Sigrun says, if she can do it, if they all can do it, you can do it. But you have to prioritize yourself. You have to stand up for yourself, and you have to go your way. And yeah, I did that, and you can do it as well. So
The makeup is flying away. But it's worth it. Your online business journey is also very interesting. You started with something different, and then you switched, like this.
I think I switched it off, right?
You switched it off? Why did you do that?
Hello. It's all good? Okay.
Just keep it close to your mouth.
Yeah, okay. I am the second veterinarian here on the stage, as you know. I have no degree in making soap because there are none. I have a lot of degrees where I was in science for more than 20 years. So I'm a scientist by heart, and I loved my job. I loved my colleagues. There was no need to quit this job. But as COVID hit, I was like, what would it be if I would have an online business? I started it just as an experiment. I never planned to quit my job. And I started because I had to commute 600 kilometers each week to my job. And I did it because I loved it. I started with coaching commuters on stress. And I did Kickstart first time. And I had, I think, 5 or 8 people in my group, which 5 of them were friends. And no signer. But for me, one time is not enough to make a proper, as a scientist, you need more cases to see if something works out or not. So I thought myself, okay, yeah, I just go on. I have to figure out if it's really real, that it doesn't work out, or I have at least 3 times to make a proper decision of it. And then there was the chance to get a VIP call for the next program, and I bought. And then there was this red lady, again, with this tough love for a veterinarian, and showed me
are you really sure this is the topic you want to teach? And I was like, how can you dare to say to me? No, in this moment I immediately felt, yeah, it was so right. To be honest, I don't want to speak about stress all the day. To be honest, I don't want to have people who don't have the power to manage it themselves. But I didn't know what I want to teach. So I made Ikigai, a lot of hours of Ikigai, all my multi-passions. I sew, I crochet, I have so many hobbies. But I came to no decision. And when I drove to my work, so I have a lot of hours each week to think about these things, one day they came in, why don't you teach making soap? And I was like, I'm a veterinarian. Making soap is a hobby. You can't teach such a low topic with all your degrees. They will laugh about you. So, and I didn't dare to tell anyone. But I told some friends and they were like, yes, I will sign up immediately. And I was like, what? I talked about soap? Yes, please. And so I did Kickstart on my own again, combined with Launch and Sell, because I wasn't Launch and Sell because I wanted to sell my stress management program. But I totally switched in one day. I totally switched my topic, set everything up new. And then I did a kind of combined Launch and Sell and Kickstart, I don't know. And immediately I got, I don't know, something between 10 or 20 sales for my soap making course. And that's where it all started. And yeah. And now, what should I say? I quitted my well-paid job. At least I tried to quit, but because of all my degrees, they weren't able until now to find somebody else to get my job. So I'm kind of working there some hours, but if it goes my way, I quit everything, but I don't want to leave them alone. It's now my full-time job to show how to make soap. And then after my first course, my clients came and said, okay, now we can make soap, but we want to start a business. And I was like, okay, there is no problem, no program. I know where you can learn how to do it. And yeah, then you make one and we will buy it. And I was like, I teach how to start a business? Okay, let's try. And I didn't spend the money at first because I was sure I have to refund them all. So I made my first round of, I called them, so my 1-year program, it's the soap opera, where they learn their stuff. Then the next one is the shooting star, where they learn how to start a business. And we made this half year, and they were so successful. It was so great to have the honor to guide them on their way to their own business. What great. And then after this program, they said, we don't want to quit working with you. And I was like, so you're done. You can go your way. No, please find something else. Be creative. We want to stay on. And I was like, okay, but what would you like to do? Yeah, just do some coaching with us and some business advices. And I'm like, okay, we do a mastermind. And again, I didn't spend the money because I will have to refund them. I was pretty sure. And now they are staying more than 3 years in my courses. And the mastermind, now I have a good friend of mine. We are doing it together because I couldn't handle it alone anymore. And they stay and they're so happy. And for me, I never thought I would be able to guide other women into their, freedom business. And this is an experience I never would have dreamt of when I started to study veterinarian. But now, when I look back, it makes so much sense because soap making is so scientific on the one hand. So all my background, nobody else who teaches making soap in the German-speaking market, at least that I know, has this scientific background. And my multi-passion creativity, also I can live fully with colors, with senses, with everything else. And for me now, it's the perfect business. I wouldn't change. So thank you for your tough love in this situation.
Okay, so there is few reasons that we are here. First reason, it was we started our business, our design studio in actually 2010. It was beginning 2013. We created a brand, Pasywny Square Meter. It's in English, and things going good. And in 2016, we decided that we focus more on this building side, so design and build for our customers. And then things changed because was COVID and inflation. We have some kind of troubles at the end 2022 because we signed up the contract. And we can change them, but the prices will rise up twice. So it was so hard to finish the investments in the same price point. And that was one reason that we try to find different way to go with our business still. The second reason was we saw that there is no impact of our work. It's not enough impact. So Bartek was on the conference for leadership with the people who finished the school and then become the politics. And Bartek was there 10 years before and have the presentation about zero energy buildings. And in 2022, at the end of the year, they come back from this conference, was nervous and talked me what happened. He have the same actually presentation, but the only change was that present our 60 projects that we designed in zero in passive house standards. But in mind of this politics, nothing changed. So they don't remember what he talked to them 10 years before. And that was something that we saw that nothing changed over 10 years. So they don't think about more efficiency buildings. So that was second reason. And then we signed up for some online course. We didn't actually finish and actually we didn't start it, but then was 12 days of masterclass. And we signed up for 12 days of masterclass, and we know that if we would like to have some impact to the world, and if we have to save our company. So that's why I talked to Bartek and say, okay, we should join Kickstart. And it's, of course, money for nothing because we have the whole knowledge and we only should sell it. So that's so easy. And we started. And we thought that the best idea for us is to create the course for people who want to live in passive house buildings and zero energy buildings. And when we started Kickstart, we organized offline conferences in Poznań, in the fair, the biggest fair, actually building fair in Poznań. And on this conference, sign up 75% was architects. And that was this moment that we changed our ideal client. We have everything prepared for investors. And it was last week to do this survey and it was something like finish the offline conference, weeks and promote the course. We have only one week to promotion because we start, of course, always postpone everything. So we start later than everyone. And then magic happened because I have so many friends. My friends architects observed me on social media. I didn't know that they observed what I'm doing. And yeah, they signed up for this course, and it was very successful. After Kickstarter, we joined Momentum, and it was first year. It was very successful. Now it's our actually 8th launch that we are in, and it's so funny, and it's for me it's something business online. It's relief, so it's not so I'm responsible. I'm so being an architect, it's so responsible for the design, for the buildings, and for everything. And teaching others how to avoid mistakes, it's for me so easy when I compare to these things. So I'm so happy that I'm here and that I found you, Sigrun, and I can be here. Yes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Annette, as I said, and I'm teaching drawing and painting courses. And it was about 2015 when I rediscovered my love for drawing and painting, because I'm a studied graphic designer, and I did that for a lot of years, sitting behind a computer and putting letters around and things like that, and there was always something I missed. So I came back to that topic in 2015, and I was all in immediately. And I bought books, and I took courses and things, everything. And I figured out a lot of these topics which I'm interested in, and I'm interested in really a lot, which is a kind of a problem since today. But it came to the point when I said I would very much like to share my knowledge. I would very much like to share it with other people and share my passion about things and how to create kind of your own world, how to create your own kind of illuminated journal, things like that, or your travel journal. And I started to teach offline courses and present with people, and that was so great. I'm still doing it because I very much like this community feeling, being kind of friends and things like that. And that was, and the other thing, it was a kind of a good playground for me to figure out what people like, how to teach it, what topics shall I address, because I'm, as I told you, interested in so much things. And then a friend of mine told me, hey, what about going online? And I thought, no, I can't spread this energy and that interest in online things. I have to be present. But I thought about it, and the thoughts were in my mind. And in 2022, I decided to join a program. It was quite good. It was not bad. And I had a very successful kind of a little launch with 16 cells. And then I booked the upcoming program but it was kind of a mess because there was no community, there was no having same, goals and thinking big and things. It was just look at the videos, and then if there is something to ask there, then ask there. That wasn't it. So I felt in kind of a big hole again. And in 2023, because I'm a very quick one, and this one, in 2023, I thought on Simone's Facebook page, thank you, Simone Abelmann, for this, my life long. I get to know about the lady in red, and I said, oh, that seems to be interesting. Maybe I can give it another try, this online thing, because I don't earn very much with my offline courses and with my graphic design. It's not enough for me. So I gave it another try, and I signed up for Kickstart, and yeah, that was it. I loved the community. I loved how all the programs set up. I was all in. I changed all the things I had before and tested some by I/O, compared it with other things, got into this, and because I love very much figuring things out, and I made 28 upsells from my Kickstart course to another one, which kind of quite another topic, but yeah, I was very happy. So I joined Momentum right away because I knew if I make a break, as we had it before, I won't do it. I won't get there, and I need the community, and I need this support and this, yes, having kind of a same goal and different topics. And yes, since then I've made Launch and Sell. No, not Launch and Sell. The first one was Sales Every Day. It is quite a success. I can really recommend for everybody of you, just try this out. It's so nice. With every second day, it may pling. I even have an extra tone on my iPhone that's kind of, cashier, an old cashier. Bling, bling, bling. So, yeah. And I made a funnel, a very nice funnel, and I decided to go even for another drawing and painting topic, which is urban sketching, because it was the time for going outside and sketching outside. And that was a great thing. And I set it up, the freebie and the appetizer, and I sold appetizers, and then I made a kind of flash sale for all of these who fall out of the funnel, because I've been on holidays, and I made a flash sale to those who fell out of the funnel, and sold the starter courses to them, and now the ones who are still in the funnel, I sell it to them, and it's a small amount, but it makes me so happy, because the people like the things I offer, and I like that the people like things, how I do it, how I teach, and that's so great for me. And now I'm doing Launch and Sell with another topic, but in this come together here today and yesterday, I have made up my mind how to move on and what I like to achieve next year. I want to achieve my membership. I want to set up my membership. I now have a name. I now know how I will do it. And I want to have an art retreat. Everybody interested in to join me for an art retreat where you can have fun. And I just can recommend to all of you who are in doubt, don't take a break. You need this energy of, I think, everybody of us to move on. It's so, if you are falling in a hole like I did, there's always somebody who lifts you up. I've not made already the great money, but I will. And it's not about the money. It's about giving that what I'm passionate about to people so they can be happy and have joy with the things they do. So if you are in doubt, come join us. I think that will be a wonderful journey. So, thank you very much.